Good morning, everyone. It is day 76. I'm leaving my campsite and I've got to go through this tunnel slash cave to get back to the trail. All right, I've come 2.4 miles. Let's look at that over there first. Wow, that's just gorgeous, man. That's just gorgeous. And keep moving. Overall, the trail has not been bad. This 2.4 miles was mainly uphill, and it looked really steep on far out. But once again, far out doesn't give you an accurate reading, and it was not really steep. So I have changed my plans. I'm going to stop for a minute, and I need to get down this section. All right, so when I left camp this morning, Country Roads had set up her hammock right at the entrance to, or that's not true. She set up her hammock near the first tent pad in the tent area. God only knows how that girl got down that freaking steep mountain last night in the dark, but she did. She had a few war wounds to prove it. But I'm glad she's safe. I'm glad she's okay. I had made a plan today to go 9.3 miles and head into a hostel tonight. When I stopped and woke her up and talked to her for a few minutes, we changed that plan to not go to a hostel. And instead of going 9 miles, go 13 miles. Go 13 miles and set ourselves up for the next day going into another town, into a hostel, and get ready for our canoe ride. There's a river up here in the next couple days that we've got to take a canoe across the river. There's no other way around. And you can only do it, I believe, between 9 a.m. and 2 p.m. And it's a first come, first serve kind of thing. So we're going to try to set ourselves up so that we can get there first thing in the morning and take care of that. So, yeah, I was a little worried when she mentioned doing 13 miles, but she's confident that she can do it. And to be honest, so far on this trail is not as difficult as it has been over the last month. There's been a few moments here and there, but you know, I'm just right now I'm kind of rolling along, making some pretty decent time, better time than I've made over the last month on any trail, with a couple of very small exceptions. But all right, so anyways, I'm on top of the last Bigelow right now. And I've got maybe a mile and a half to, all right, can I get up this with, hang on a second. We're going to give it a shot. All right, the first part's going to be the tricky part. Do I have good grip? I do, appears like I do. Got to be careful when you're on this green stuff, because if it's a little bit damp, it gets real slick. All right, we got that. There's a fun little section here. All right. Oh, yeah, there you go. Trip one on your first step. That's what you want to do. All right. I'm hoping water's not going to be an issue today. I've got 1.5 bottles right now, and I've got about 2.5 miles, maybe 3, to get to next water source. The last water source I passed, I was going to get water and do a 1-bottle carry in my sea knock, but it was dry. There's nothing there. So, all right, I'm going to need to put this away now. It's steep downhill. Very different than a steep uphill. All right. I have come 6 miles. I'm out of the Bigelows. That is the last big mountain range that I'm aware of before the end of this trail. There are some mountains here and there. We got another one to go over today. It's a 2,000 footer. Woohoo! Yeah, the last mile or so, I've been walking on a smooth trail. Got a few little roots here, but looks like it's, at least for the next 2 miles, it's going to be similar to this right here. And I can live with this. I can pick up some miles, make up some time. I can't remember if I mentioned it or not, but I did change my mind after talking to Country Roads about where we're going today. We're doing 12.7 instead of the 9.3 I originally came up with. This is why I need a navigator out here, because I kind of suck at this. I mean, I can wing it one day at a time, but some people are just better at coming up with plans than I am. And navigator is one of those people, and Country Roads is one of those people. So when I stopped to talk to her this morning, everything she was telling me made perfect sense. So that's what we're going to do. And I got to tell you, I don't think I've given this girl enough credit. I've been thinking a lot about it this morning. And, she does not have trail legs. Yet she's doing the same distance that I'm doing. And I'm struggling. The terrain has been tough. It's been tough. She's taken a lot longer to do it, but she's doing it. I don't even know what time she got in last night, but all I know is coming down that last downhill, which was very, very steep, doing that in the dark, my respect for her goes up about 6 or 7 notches. The girl's a beast. I'm just going to say it right there, just like that. The girl is a badass beast. And I'd hate to see what the hell she can do when she's got her trail legs. But anyways, in some ways I feel like I haven't given her the respect she deserves. Well, I guess sometimes it's got to be earned. Well, she's earned it. She's definitely earned it. And if she makes this almost 13-mile run today, my respect for her is going to go up another notch. So we'll see how that plays out. Now listen, if she can do this, we can get to Katahdin by the date that she wants to get to Katahdin by. That would be awesome. Especially if the trail's like this. And we can roll up and down this trail. Got a couple of miles of this, and then got a little bump. Goes up about 500 feet, I think. And back down again at 500 feet. And then we got the big bump. Goes up about, I think it's going to go up about 700 feet. I don't even know. Going up to a 2,000, top of a 2,000 footer. And then back down. And then roll into camp, so. I ran into a guy about an hour or so ago. He's going southbound. And I saw him, I'm like, damn, he looks awful familiar. Well, there's a reason for that. He's already finished the trail. Then he turned around, got a second tag, and now he's going to go Sobo. Okay, more power to you, buddy. I asked him, why would you want to do that? He said, I don't want to go to work. All right, well, I think this is harder than work. Just saying. But I don't know that I've ever even heard of anybody doing that before. Finishing at Nobo, and then turning around and going Sobo. All right, man. Yeah. That's some pretty badass shit there. All right, I'm gonna put this up because I'm gonna get my trekking poles and I see a long straight trail. I'm gonna roll down this baby. See y'all in a little bit. All right, it's been a while since I videotaped. I'm exhausted. I'm 11.4 miles into the day. And did I say I'm exhausted? I'm exhausted. It hasn't been a horrible day. It's just been another one of those main days, man. Everything that possible to slow you down. I mean, came over a little Bigelow this morning and then hit some really good level straight trail. Boy, I took off then. But this just didn't last. Had two smaller mountains here at the end. Went over those and just rocks and roots and everything possible to slow you down. The mud. You got to walk through the mud. And walking through mud is like walking through mud. It slows you down. I've had a bunch of snacks today. It just doesn't seem to give me any energy. Stopped and had lunch. Nothing. My energy level is just depleted. And I've been pumping water into me with electrolytes because I'm sweating like it's just craziness. It's so humid out here. This is southern humidity, folks. I'm not kidding you. When I lived up in the Northeast before, I've never felt humidity like this ever in the Northeast. And even when we got humidity, you know, it might last a week. And it was gone. That was it. Every other day was a cool, dry day. You know, it might get up in the 70s and 80s, but I mean, it's never broke 80 today. But the humidity is just, oh my God. It just sucks the life out of you. I've got, about a half a mile. I've got this last little downhill off this last little mountain to negotiate. And at the bottom of it should be a water source. I'm gonna sit there for a little while and drink a lot of water. I don't even know how many bottles of water I've drank today. These are 700 milliliter bottles. I believe I filled them up, I don't know, either 6 or 8 times. I think it's 8, and I've still got the 7th and 8th in my pockets here. But that's a lot of water, and it's not enough. I mean, I'm just, as fast as I can drink it, I'm pouring it out in sweat. Just pouring it out. Every stitch of clothing I have on me right now, you could wring out, and you could probably get a gallon of sweat. That's how much extra weight I'm carrying on my body. Oh my God. Oh Lordy, 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 Lordy. All right, keep going, Gary. You're close. You're close. Once I get to that last water source, I have less than a mile to go to where I'm going to camp tonight. I feel bad for Country Roads because she's way behind me. I don't expect her to come into camp if she makes it to camp. I don't expect her to get there until late tonight. I have no doubt she can make it. I just hope the humidity chills out a little bit on her. And there's been pretty good water sources along the way all day. There was one section where I had to go easy on my water just for about a mile or so. Not a big deal, but other than that, it's been pretty regular. I've run into a ton of Sobos. Here's the thing. It's probably, I don't know, 12, 13 of them I've passed today. Or we passed each other going in opposite directions. Every one of these kids are stoned to the bone. Yeah, you can tell they're going down the trail just giggling and not smart, man. That's how you're going to get hurt. I don't expect most of these people to make it. They're probably not going to make it through the Wildcats, and they're damn sure not going to make it through the Whites. If you go into that stoned, you're going to hurt yourself, and you're going to be going home. I think for most of these kids, the vast majority of them that I've talked to in depth enough, this is like a graduation gift from their parents. They'll give them 6 or 8 months to do the trail. They'll pay for everything. And after that, they're on their own. But man, oh man, oh man. I got bit by something a while ago. It wasn't a deer fly. It was bigger. If it was a horsefly, oh my God, it was a horsefly on steroids. Whatever it was, it bit the crap out of my leg. That was probably an hour ago, and it still hurts. I can't tell what it was that bit me because when I hit it, I smashed it beyond recognition. Wow. Man, I'm telling you, I'm just pouring sweat. It's just drip after drip after drip after drip off my hat, off my chin, into my eyes. All right, I'm gonna put this away. Oh my God. All right. So I've reached my shelter next to this pond. Very large pond. Where I come from, this is a lake. They call it a pond here. Pretty cool. I'm up here with a group of Boy Scouts. They're on one side of the shelter. I'm way in the back of the other side. So hopefully they're not too loud and obnoxious today. But they were just down here having themselves a good little swim. So I'm about half tempted, but no, I'm good. All right, I'm gonna head back up to the shelter. It was another long, hard day. I left about, I guess about 6:45 this morning after I finished talking to, hey,